Okay, let's start out in a comfortable seat. That could look padded with a blanket or some blocks to lift the hips, create a little more space. And then if you're comfortable, gently close the eyes. And just come into the space. And if you're more comfortable just sitting with your legs out, that's fine too, or if you want to raise them up on the knees. And then, yeah, just kind of settle in, come into that space, and just notice your breath. Feel how it's coming into your body, how it's occupying the space. Is it coming in low and shallow, low or shallow, more in the front of the body than the back of the body, deeper in the belly, higher in the chest? And I know for myself, when I start to notice my breath, it can almost start to change immediately. I have an inclination to draw it in deeper and more broadly. So let's bring that intention in, using that diaphragm, that big hooded muscle that comes across the center of our belly, to draw the breath deep into the belly, and then up into the chest, and up into the top of the lungs. So it's almost a 3-part breath. So next time you inhale, focus on that inhale deep into the belly, broadening up into the mid-chest, opening all the way into the top of the lungs, and then releasing that all back down and pressing that diaphragm up to exhale all of your breath. Inhaling deep into the belly, rising to the mid-chest, to the upper, and then exhaling all the way down, drawing that diaphragm in to release all of the breath. Just continue on that, on your own breath, in that same movement, that Durga breath. Just opening and expanding our lungs first thing here. And next time you exhale, just release to your normal breath. And we'll just open our practice with one chant of Om. And if you like to chant, join me. If you don't, that's okay. You can just enjoy the vibration. So exhale all the way. Inhale to chant. Love how the sound of Om just calls everything into the space. Ourselves, our connection to the universe, our higher energy. And with that connection in mind, open your heart and invite a single word of intention to guide your practice this morning. Something that you maybe want to curate throughout the day. I am love, I am kindness, I'm patient. We never know what the day is going to throw at us, but we certainly can start the day here curating what we think we may need and know we may need from our experiences. And then we can use that to keep our mind present in this space while we practice. It's easy to, particularly in morning yoga, to get caught up in the to-do list and the day-to-day actions. So using that intention to kind of come back and stay present as we move through practice. We'll chant another Om to settle that intention into our hearts and minds. Exhale all the way. Inhale to chant. And with our next inhale, let's actually reach our arms up overhead, beginning our movement practice. You can wiggle those fingers up at the top a little bit. Reach up, drop those shoulder blades down the back. And then inhale here, exhale, bring that right arm to the earth, reaching over with the left arm. Endeavoring to keep that left hip pressed into the earth while we reach over. One more inhale and exhale here. And then we'll inhale, arms back up, overhead, give those fingers a little wiggle. And then left arm goes down and we reach up and over with the right arm. Keeping that right hip to the earth, rolling that right shoulder blade to the back, reaching through those fingertips. One more inhale and exhale here. Then we'll inhale the arms up, overhead. Exhale, we'll cactus. So bring those elbows level with the shoulder, roll those shoulder blades onto the back and feel how that helps you lift your chest. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll forward fold over the knees. And it doesn't have to be far. This is our first bend, so we're starting to open up that back and the hips. You can sway a little side to side if that feels good. And then press the hand, use the hands to press yourself back up into your seat. And we'll just take the legs and swap out the cross. Maybe give your feet a little roll on the way. Probably your more awkward way of sitting cross-legged, right? And so from here, we'll just do that same stretching sequence again. So arms up overhead, the inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to the earth. And we reach up and over. Really try to open that chest more to the sky than to the earth. Although you can kind of rotate back and forth between those two and feel how that differentiates the stretch. And then next inhale, let's come up through center. Exhale, the other hand down, reaching over. And because we did on the other side, let's try out that kind of curling in and then opening the chest. How that sort of shifts where that stretch presents. And inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale to that cactus again. Opening the chest. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, we'll forward fold again over those crossed legs. Breathing into your back body here. The yogis know that our breath is more than just oxygen we carry into our lungs. It also moves chronic energy through our body through channels called nadis. So we can breathe into different parts of our body to bring that energy and relaxation or unstick the sticky spots. One more inhale and exhale here. And then we'll press ourselves up with time. Give those shoulders a couple rolls to the back. And then we'll come into tabletop position. So we'll get those knees under the hips. I often like to pad with a blanket because it makes my knees more comfortable. And I think we should be comfortable when we practice our yoga. So if that serves you, you're welcome to do that. So you want those knees about hip width apart underneath the hips. Hands are placed firmly onto the ground with shoulders over elbows, over wrists. So you're in a nice, firm, stable tabletop. You can feel that long elongation from the top of your head to your tailbone, like someone could set a tray on your back and have their lunch. And then we'll inhale to cow. So drop that belly, roll over the shoulders, look up to the sky. Exhale, curl that tailbone, lift the spine to the sky, tuck everything in. Then inhale into that cow pose. Drop that belly, roll the shoulders back, roll the eyes up into the head even if they're closed. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, curl everything in, looking into the belly button, tucking that towards the spine. And just continue in that movement on your own breath. Opening up the spinal column, also known as the Sushumna, our main energy channel that pumps energy through our chakras on the center line. And next time you release your cat, let's come back to tabletop. And we'll lift that right arm up to the sky. So opening up, roll the wrists around one way and then the other. Just kind of starting to loosen things up. And then we'll actually come back down to the earth and draw that hand through this sort of hole, so thread the needle, and then drop that right shoulder to the earth with the ear as well, coming down to the ground, just like that, you know. Then come to rest here, take a breath. You can reach that left arm long in front, or just keep it right in front of the face for balance. And breathe into that stretch in the back behind the shoulder blades. And then inhale that hand back in front of the face if you're not there right now, and then lift that arm back up to the sky. Pressing yourself back up, roll that wrist one way and the other again, and then set the hand back down to the earth. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So lift that left arm to the sky, reaching a couple circles with the wrist, wiggle the fingers, starting to open up those joints. And then exhale, we'll reach through, thread that needle again, hand comes down and through under that right arm, left ear and shoulder go to the earth. And that hand can reach up overhead. And then breathe. Deep breaths with the diving. Next inhale, bring that hand back in front of the face, the right hand, and press ourselves back up, lifting that left arm to the sky, on the ground, and then back into tabletop. So let's tuck those toes, bring the hands forward about 4 to 6 inches. And we'll come up into downward facing dog. So lift that hip to the sky, really press those hands into the earth. Flat on the balls of our feet, endeavoring to reach our heels towards the earth. You can pedal those feet straight and bend one leg and then the other. Lift those hips high to the sky. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat and we'll walk our way up to the top of the space into a standing forward fold. So hanging here, feeling, you have your knees bent. We're not trying to do anything too crazy. So want some comfort, try to nod that head yes and no to release that tension, kind of drop that. Let your head hang heavy. And then you can kind of sway side to side with your hands swishing from side to side, thinking about Ganesha's trunk. clearing and guiding the obstacles in your day to bring you to your highest path. Come back to stillness. Deeply bend those knees and we'll roll up one vertebrae at a time. Keeping that head hanging heavy, roll the shoulders onto the back and lift the head. And here we are in standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Press those feet into the earth, feeling all four corners of your foot. You can even kind of sway side to side and front to back to find that sweet spot right in the center. And then feel how that grounds to the energy of the earth and bring that energy up through the legs, through the knees, through the hips. Feeling strong but not rigid, not locking any of our joints. Open the palms to the front, let that energy come up into the core, up through the heart, through the throat, into the mind, and then out through the top of the head. Using our bodies to connect to the energy of earth and sky. And then come back to that intention that we set. Let's inhale, arms up overhead. Meet the palms and come into Samastitihi. All things meet at the heart. Just come back to that intention for a breath. Inhale, arms up overhead. Clasp that left hand with the right and lean over. You can even let that left hip kind of come out, reaching and creating even more space than we could while we were sitting in that left side body. Inhale back up to center. Switch the clasp of the wrists, and we'll lean the other way, opening up that right side body. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, we'll come to center, and we'll do that cactus with the arms, opening the heart to the sky, rolling those shoulder blades down the back, feeling how that lifts the heart. Inhale, arms up overhead. We forward fold all the way back down to earth. Inhale here. And then exhale, we'll bring that right leg back all the way into a lunge. This is a lovely space to have your blocks. And so we want that left knee to be over the right. So we're kind of in a lunge. Yeah, you can actually bring that left foot. So yeah, you guys can do the movement, do the Kriya movement where you kind of lean into the lunge. On the inhale, exhale, straighten that leg. So if you come up to the top of your mat here, both legs. And then here, bring the left leg up here. So the heels are kind of lunge underneath the knee and that stretch. Next time you guys have that leg long, let's hold it there. Keep that stretch. Yeah, there you go, kind of a lunge, and then lift that chest. Come back into the lunge here, and we'll plant that right hand to the earth, or a low setting of a block, and we'll open to the side. Roll that wrist again, and then let's do a big backstroke with that hand. So we're leading with the pinky edge all the way around, getting that shoulder joint opened up. Just a few more circles. Next time you're at the top, you can open up and then set that hand back down to the earth. We'll bring that right foot back to meet the left in plank. Stay here for a breath in and out. And then we'll exhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way to the earth. And then we'll inhale into cobra, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head and chest. Exhaling back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling, rolling the chest open. Exhaling back down. Hands are below the shoulders, tight into the chest. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. And then we'll come back through tabletop into downward facing dog. And here we are again with our feet planted to the earth, our hands pressed into the ground, really focusing on that mouth or that spot where your pointer finger meets the palm. Press into that and all four corners of your palm. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat and walk gently to the top. Here we are in forward fold again. Hang out here for a breath again. Let that head hang heavy. Give a little traction to the spine. You can even grab your opposite elbows and hang. That feels okay. Exhale, release the hands, deeply bend the knees, and we'll roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulder blades back, open the palms, reach up overhead, and exhale into the heart, Samasthiti. Come back to that intention one more time. Breathe a little energy into it here. Next inhale, arms go up overhead. Clasp that left hand with the right and lean over for that side body stretch. Inhale and exhale. One more time to stay. We'll inhale to center, switch the clasp and go the other way. Leaning over this side. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. And we'll inhale, arms up to center. Exhale, that cactus arms, opening the heart, shining that intention out into the world. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, forward fold all the way down to the earth. This time, we'll bring the left leg back all the way into that lunge. Blocks are lovely here as well. Keeping that knee over the ankle. Let's inhale into that lunge and then exhale, you can straighten the leg. Inhale into the lunge, exhale, straighten and elongate. You kind of move with that breath and Kriya. Next time you have your leg long, hang out here for just a moment. Bring that head towards the knee. Lift that hip up and back for some movements. And then inhale back into that lunge. And then place that left hand flat on the earth or on your block and open up to the sky again. Give that wrist a little run around one way and the other. Give the fingers a little sparkle. And then backstroke into some big circles. Opening up that shoulder joint. Leading with the pinky side and the hand on the way around. There's so many tendons and muscles and bones that come together in all the places that sometimes hurt and give us trouble. So it's nice to open them up. Next time we come to the top, inhale, open up into the twist, and then exhale, bring the hands down to either side of that foot. Right foot comes back to meet the left in plank. And stay here for an inhale and an exhale because we're strong and we can do it. Inhale, we'll exhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way to the earth. Let those toes flatten out. Inhale, pull the shoulders back into cobra. Exhale, 2 more times. Inhale, roll with the shoulders, lifting the head. Exhale down. 1 more cobra. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here and press back into downward facing dog. Kind of just pedal those feet out. Start to warm up a little bit. Bring those toes a little closer together. Let's lift that right leg up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Give that ankle a little roll around one way, and then the other. Bend that knee once or twice, opening up the knee joints a little. Then bend the knee again and do some big hip circles around to open up that hip joint one direction, and then the other. Lift that leg all the way to the sky again. Exhale, come all the way through for lunge again. And then let's drop that back foot down into warrior 2 position. So 90 degrees, you want the back foot flat and parallel to the back of the mat. Front foot is aligned in front with the heel lining up to the arch of the back foot. Then we bend into that front knee, turn those hips to the side so they align with the long edge of the mat, and lift the arms to the sky, or to our shoulder height. There you go. Inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead as we straighten that front knee. Exhale, we cut through anything we don't need today. And again, inhaling up, cutting through anything you don't need to carry through. One more time, inhale, whoosh, cut through it. Come back into warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, bend that front arm and set the elbow to the knee. Reach the arm up overhead, extended side angle. One more inhale and exhale here. Inhale draws you back up to warrior 2. Exhale, we flip that front arm, left hand down the leg, reverse warrior. Don't lose that bend in the front knee. Come back in there, good job. Inhale, exhale, reaching over. Inhale brings us back to warrior 2. Exhale, we'll bring those hands down on either side. Right foot comes back to the left. Here we are in plank again. You can always bring the knees in if you'd like modification here. Inhale and exhale to stay. Inhale, exhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way to the earth. Inhale, cobra, just once this time. Exhale, and back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. And this time we'll lift that left leg up to the sky. Roll that foot around one direction to the other. Give that ankle a little waking up. Bend the knee. Open up the knee joints a couple times. Next time you have that knee bent, give a few circles around the hip one way, and then the other. Then lift that left heel all the way to the sky again, and exhale all the way through into lunge. Drop that back foot into that warrior 2 position with the foot parallel to the back of the mat. You want the front heel to be parallel to the arch of the back foot. And you want the hips to be turning towards the side of the mat. So we're open to the side while we keep that knee bent out. Arms go up out from the shoulders. This time, we'll inhale, straighten the leg, and bring to our heart the thing that we want to carry with us as we swim out through the day. So inhaling, we're drawing to our heart what we need. Exhaling, swimming that out into the day. One more, drawing in what we need to the heart. Exhale, swim it out to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. We're reaching up overhead. Feeling that long stretch all the way from the outside foot edge to the tip of the fingers. Inhale brings us back to warrior two. Exhale flips that front palm. We reach up overhead while that hand comes down the back leg or around the back into reverse warrior. Keep that bend in the right knee. Reach overhead. One more. Inhale brings us back to warrior two. Inhale and then exhale, hands to the earth. Left foot back to meet the right. You can travel through your vinyasa of choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the earth. Cobra, up dog. And then exhale, we'll actually need a child's pose this time. So knees wide to the mat, big toes together. Hips come down over the knees, or over the hips, and hands go out in the front. Forehead is pressed against the earth. And just a deep breaths here. On your next inhale, prepare to come back up into downward facing dog. So press those fingers into the earth, tuck the toes under, lift the bum to the sky. And here we are back in downward facing dog. Let's inhale that right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee and let the heel drape behind you and almost open those hips to the side. Looking up under the right arm pit, opening up that hip flexor. Inhale brings that leg back up to the sky. Exhale, we come through into a lunge. This time, we'll bring ourselves into a warrior one pose. So with that one, our feet are a little wider on the mat and often a little shorter stance. The back foot is at a 45-degree angle. The front foot is facing parallel to your mat, straight forward. The knees bent right over the ankle. The arms are up overhead, and the hips first should be squared to the front of the mat. Sorry about that. And then the arms go up overhead. Inhale and exhale here. And on your next exhale, we'll lean forward. Bring the arms back behind you and squeeze that beach ball behind you. Keeping that bend in the knee. Shining that heart through. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, we'll twist over that bent leg. Sorry for my back to all of you. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, hands come down. And bring that back leg into a lunge. So that front foot is still wide outside the palms. Knees lifted or down on the ground, whatever you prefer for your runner's lunge. If you'd like to go deeper, you can kind of open to the edge of that foot. Keep that left hand pressed to the earth. Place the right hand on the hip. Open into that stretch. Again, knee can be down. For balance and safety. or lifting if you'd like a little more challenge. Exhale, let's bring our hands to the earth. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Drop down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, meet our way back into downward facing dog. This time, let's lift that left leg up to the sky. Bend that knee and let the heel drop as you open yourself to the side here. Feeling that stretch of the left hip flexor as you look under the left armpit. Inhale that heel back up to the sky. Exhale, we come forward into lunge. Setting up for warrior one on this side. So again, that front foot is out to the side a little bit more for a wider stance. Back foot comes into a 45-degree angle. I need a little shorter stance here so I can get my hips to go forward. So keep those hips forward, arms go up as we lean into the lunge. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, exhale, do that lean forward where we create that line of energy from the back foot all the way to the top of the head, arms are back. Squeezing that beach ball to open the heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, we twist over that bent leg. Inhaling and exhaling here. Next inhale brings the arms up overhead. And we exhale, hands down to the earth. Bring that back leg back and into the lunge, kind of an awkward little hippity hop there. Come into the runner's lunge. So that left foot is still up, hands are inside. This is great, you can set the knee down and be here. Or if you like a little more, you can leave it open onto the razor edge of that left foot. Press the left hand into the knee and open into a little bit of a twist. Both hands back to the earth. Bring that right leg back to meet the left. You can go through a vinyasa, go back into child's pose, whatever you like. Whatever serves you. We all will meet back into child's pose here. For a moment, setting those hips to the heels. Head to the earth, moving off the head side to side, massaging that third eye on brow. Inhale, bring those palms back and use them to press yourself up into hero's pose. So sit the heels on top of the hips. The feet can be flat on the earth or they can be tucked, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then just place the hands in the lap. Left hand on top for the ladies, right hand on top for the gents. Bringing in that energy. Hips are over the heels, head is over the shoulders. Shoulders are over the hips and heels. Chin is slightly lifted. Come back to that intention that you set. Let it shine through your heart and be strong. Now let's bring ourselves to our thumbs on the mat. Kind of want to line yourself up so you're right sort of in the middle with your behind. Set the feet out in front of you. Kind of place your hands on the back of the thigh and level yourself out, or come back a little bit with the chest until you feel that little catch in the stomach, and that's how you know you've gotten into the boat. You want to lift that chest, make sure those shoulders are rolled back. This is a perfectly good boat, but if you're feeling more adventurous, you can lift the feet, release the hands. Remember to keep that chest lifted. Then bring the hands to heart center, and we'll paddle our boats a little bit. One side, and then the other. You want to get crazy, you can put the legs in with it. Make sure we don't lose too much in the chest. Gotta make sure we get our core strong, even when we're opening everything up in the morning. All right, back to our boat. And then let's lower ourselves down with as much patience as we can muster. All the way to the earth. Oh, we made it. Hug those knees in. Give yourself a good squeeze. You made it to your mat. Did the hard stuff. Now we just get to twist and open up and get ready to let it all integrate. Let's actually grab the outside edges of the feet or the big toes, whatever you prefer. Point the tops of the feet to the sky and draw the knees down on either side of the chest. Press that tailbone, the shoulder blades, the back, the throat towards the mat, endeavoring to bring our entire spinal column onto the earth. And release that and come back into that, squeezing your legs towards the chest. Let's bring that right leg up. Look at that beautiful foot of yours. Wiggle the toes. Give it a little roll around one direction and then the other. We point and flex the feet a little bit. We bring the toes into that motion. Curling the toes into a ball when you point. Opening them wide when you flex. Okay, one more time around, and then let's lengthen that leg all the way to the floor, setting that heel to the earth. Now squeeze that left leg, give it a couple circles around in the hip socket using the strength of your arm. One direction, and then the other direction. And then we'll actually take the left hand onto that knee. Place the right hand on your hip. And then open that knee out to the side for gate pose. Activating that inner line of the left leg while trying to keep that right hip on the ground. And then inhale, you can draw that knee across the body, pass it off to the right hand, bring it all the way across, let that right hip lift off the earth as we go into a spinal twist. So try to keep that left elbow on the ground. You can have your arms straight out in a T or a cactus like we did earlier, whatever feels best on your shoulder. And then if with that straight leg on the bottom, you almost try to press that back to the back of the mat. You can deepen that twist just a little bit. And then breathe up and down that channel. Feeling that breath and chronic energy, clearing out anything that you don't need for the day, like we're wringing out a sponge with a washcloth. Breathing in and infusing yourself with that intention that you want to carry through to the day. Inhale brings that knee back to the chest. Hug the knees in, rock side to side, balance out that spine, give a little gentle massage to all those back muscles. And then let's bring that left leg up to the sky. Give it the loving admiration that it deserves. Wiggle those toes a little bit, roll the ankle one way and then the other. Do a little point and flex, bring the toes into that, pointing, they curl into a ball, flexing, they spread out nice and wide. Give it one more roll around each direction, then lower that left heel all the way to earth. Squeeze that right knee into the body. Give it a couple circles around the hip socket using the strength of your arms in one direction and then the other. And then place the right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left hip, and open that knee out to the side for baby pose. Waking up, giving a little love to that inner line of the leg, and flex the foot or straighten. Breathing in and out that inner line of the leg. Next inhale, bring that knee back across the body, pass it over to the left hand, turning those hips all the way over into a twist. Right arm is out in a T or cactus, trying to keep that right shoulder on the ground. We press that bottom leg to the back to deepen the twist. And then breathe up and down your spine. How that inhale elongates and the exhale naturally lets you twist deeper into the position. And on the next inhale, let's bring that knee back to center. Hug both knees into the chest one more time. Give yourself a nice rock on your back. If there are any other poses or stretches that you like before we enter Shavasana, our final resting pose, please feel free to do those now. Otherwise, we can recline into Shavasana, sometimes affectionately known as corpse pose. We want to make sure that we have lots of comfort here. So setting yourself on the earth. If you feel like you like a prop that you don't have, I can help you out. But you want those feet to be wide. Let the toes drop out to the side, giving your hips room to open up. Check and see how those shoulders are pressing into the earth. And then envision that intention that you set at the beginning of class. It's still residing at your heart. And picture its energy growing and expanding to fill your whole chest, the whole shoulder area, all the way down your arms. Feeling that intention infuse through the belly, through the hips, through the femurs and the knee joint, through your lower legs, tibia and fibula, all the way down into the ankle, and all the way out beyond the tips of your toes. Tracing back up your body, looking at that intention, just infusing everything back up to your heart space. Feel that intention come up into the throat, filling the head, radiating from your ears and your eyes and your nose and your mouth and the crown of your head. Just relax and release here and be in that intention that you set. babies. It's time to come back to our space, to our bodies. Give a little wiggle to those fingers and toes. Want that maybe open to a bigger movement of the ankles and the wrists. Reach those arms up overhead on the earth for a nice full body stretch from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Roll on to your side and bring the knees up into a fetal pose. Stay here for just a moment. Feel held by Mother Earth. She grounds us and holds us here with a gravity every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then gently press yourself up into that seat we were in at the start. Keep the eyes closed, the gaze internal for just a moment longer. Bringing the hands to heart center. Check in with yourself again after waking up for the second time this morning. Maybe more filled with intention. We'll close our practice this morning chanting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Big inhale, exhale it all out, open mouth. Inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Light in me honors and celebrates the light in each of your beautiful souls. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for being here this morning.
Okay, going to wake up.
Wonderful. Oh, it's always better to do it with other people too. For some reason, there's just like goodness in the energy, right? It's waking up, moving together.
I've noticed, is this a live stream?
It is.
Oh, so you don't have, do you have recorded ones too? or
Yeah,
just-
so you can go right onto the Karma Yoga Center website, and I'm trying to remember exactly where it is, but yeah, with your membership, you can go in and live stream. And I don't think they keep them forever, but they
Right.
have a good, healthy backlog. And so if you know, like, oh, I need a little Lisa read today, or yeah, or like, I gotta get some of that. And even like, yeah, we live stream and they're archives on YouTube. So
Wonderful.
it's like a really cool benefit that came out of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Thank you, Mom.
Nice, yes, thank you guys so much for coming. Happy blessings in your day. I hope it's beautiful and wonderful. It's gonna heat back up on us. Stay cool.
It's nice today, isn't it? Yeah.
Thanks online, movies.